Nice. Okay. Let my friends know that I started already. How's everybody doing? So for this stream, I'm going to be continuing with the DB261, and the goal is to finish the chassis. Toast had one of the viewers had a good idea, and I reinforced it and tried it out, and it works. So I did some testing on some track, and it seems to hold up really well. So now I'm just going to build on that. I'm going to share this copy. Okay, so let's do this. It's kind of interesting. Is it still going? Yeah, it's still recording. Somebody's watching. Hello. Trying to figure out the system, why it's being weird. Okay. Still figuring this out, guys. Bear with me here. Where's the... I'm gonna post it in one more spot. Where is it? Live Lego content. There we go. Oop. Oh yeah. It's got like a 12-second timer on it. That's hilarious. Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, for the one person watching now, I'm going to be taking this and building on it. I took some time after last Saturday's live stream and actually sorted out the parts so that I knew where everything was. I shouldn't be missing anything. We'll see. I've got... I have... I have a CAD model I'm pulling up now so that I can follow along with what I had designed. And all right, cool. So, alrighty. Welcome everyone. My name's Gears, and we're getting started. This is a continuation of a build series on building my own version of a Lego replica of DB261. Let's see if I can remember the name off the top of my head. 261671. It's actually 261671-2. All right. Let's, I still haven't figured out how to do a screen share yet, so let's just pan around real quick. There we're looking at the model. So this is the model here, and I've got it on Studio. So the goal now is to focus on these ladders, these steps, the light details here, and then other things. So might even get to mount the other pieces that I built the other day. We'll see how far we get. So, hey guys, welcome in. All right, let's look at this real quick. Okay, I don't know why that's not part of that. That's weird. That's okay. I'm gonna end up talking to myself a little bit. Okay, yeah, so we built all that. I'm not worried about this. Just getting it down to the bare minimum here. Okay, so here I've hidden everything. I'm gonna show it again. Now you can see it's just bare chassis. And so we're gonna build that. So I've got all the pieces here, and I've got the chassis. It's not really called a chassis on a train. I believe they call these trucks for some reason. I'm still learning about trains. Who am I kidding? I act like I know it all, and I don't. But no, these I believe are called trucks, and you'll have to ask somebody else as to why. But I've always just assumed. Well, actually, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. I'm amusing to myself here. Musing to myself. Amusing is a different word. More shenanigans. Okay. I'm not gonna need that right now. Let's see. We got the. Still trying to remember where I left off here. Okay, we don't need this here. We don't need that here. Okay. So I can start building out. Oh yeah, sweet. All right, so I'm gonna start building out. There's a particular segment that I think I'm gonna do the sideboards because that's gonna be the simplest thing. The runner boards, which is like the side railing along the edge. Got a blue stripe and a white stripe. Okay. So I'm gonna need the jumpers. Those are those connected? Yeah, they are. Okay. Cool. Okay. The other thing I'm gonna build next after that is the sliding mechanism, which is what this thing mounts into. This is a gearing mechanism that I designed. Uses a piece of Lego all thread from the 1980s, and basically when it turns, you can see that the screw goes back and forth. And so that's going to integrate into two outer mechanisms that go on either end of the locomotive. And allow these guys, the couplers, to go back and forth. And originally they were going to go out at the same time and in at the same time. And then I realized, well, really, I only need one out at any one time. Even if it's towing and pushing at the same time, it can just push the train cars. It doesn't have to be coupled to the magnets. You just push them with the buffers, which are those two circular bumpers on either side. And those are already built. Those are somewhere else. I don't know where I put them. Okay, so I'm gonna grab. Is it the? Yeah, it's 1x8. Is it 1x8 or 1x3? 1x10. I went all over the place today. Slide this out of the way. For those that hadn't seen it yet, here's the front hood with the headlight there, and then the smokestack, the exhaust stack. It's really not smoke because it's a diesel. And then these are representative of the hood that would slide open to reveal the engine. And really, I think it would slide forward, not backward. And it's all hollow on the inside. There's a reason for that. It has to fit over top the mechanism there. So there's that. There's the rear hood. Okay. Similar thing, but shorter. And doesn't have vents. It's just solid here. Here are one of the doors. These are, I'll hold them in a spot where you can see more clearly. So these are complicated little shapes. And they are hinged, not necessarily so you can open it, just because that's the way the geometry worked out. Pretty complicated. I spent about maybe a week and a half. I think the last stream I said I spent 3 days, and I thought about it. I was like, no, I think I spent a week and a half or 2 weeks even on these doors. And then we have a right and a left, and I'm very happy that these new, we call them cheese wedges. I guess elongated cheese wedge. I don't know, because the cheese wedge is shorter. But anyway, it looks like a cheese wedge. Anyway, it comes in blue, which just came out a few weeks ago, I think. So those are really new. Very happy that those came out. And then there's the other headlight. This will go in the rear. So we got a little bit of a taper going on there. So, and then there's the buffers. So that's just one. All right, so getting started on the build here. Gotta get these plates out here. Hi, Pasta Jensen. Hi, Abby. Let's see. Glad you could join for a little while, Pasta Jensen. It's fairly early where you are. Why are you up so late? Who am I kidding? I'm up late all the time. Okay. So we got the tiles. Okay, that is a 1x6, and then a 1x1. Okay. About back here. That's a 1x5 and a 1x1. Why? Why did I do that? That doesn't make any sense. But whatever. Sure. There's I've noticed there's a couple of places, I've noticed after starting to build this, that there are a couple of places that I did something in like the design, the CAD design, and I'm going, why did I design it that way? That's so much harder and or more expensive or more complicated than I could have, but that's why building it in real life is important. You test things and then you discover that sometimes you were dumb when you're sitting in front of the computer, and you get to make it better later. Like, for example, I discovered that this 1x5 plate here, which is last couple of years newer, and then a 1x1 plate. Why didn't I just use a 1x6 plate? They're very common. And likely my thought process at the time, which on one hand makes sense, is, well, I was already buying both of these lengths. So I was trying to cut down on how many parts I needed to buy, but at the same time, yeah, it probably would have been cheaper to just do 1x6. But that's okay, we live and learn. It really is 16 long. Yeah. Wow, this thing is big. Okay, so we've got brackets here. Where are those at? There we go. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 brackets. Okay, I step out really quickly. 10 seconds. Okay, now I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, good night, Pasta Jensen. Yeah, I figured it was 2:10. Yeah. Well, hope you get some rest. Pasta Jensen is on the other side of the world. Okay, so we've got this. I gotta get there someday. You learned something new? Good. Learning is good. I learn every day. And it's opportunities to grow when we learn from each other. Is this the right bag? Nope. This is the right bag. I'll need those eventually, but... So, alright. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, cool. Is it 8 of them? Yeah, it's 8. Okay. Alright. I'm so excited. This is finally coming together. Yeah, it seems weird I didn't do a 1x6. Like, that should have been... Oh, I know what happened. I probably originally had a 1x2 here, so it would have been a 7. But I just changed it and forgot to... It's just an oversight. That's probably what happened. Huh. Okay. Now, tiles... Ooh. Where there's always something. I'll be right back. Always something I gotta go hunt for. Where are those tiles? There. 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully that's the only hunting I'm gonna do today. Kind of surprised these aren't yellowed. That's good. White Lego parts have a tendency to, well, really white plastic in general has a tendency to yellow over time. And you can use chemicals to whiten it again, but when you do, it wears out really quickly again. I don't remember what the chemical is called. All right. All right, cool. That's enough. 4. Oh, sweet. So that's a space of 2, and then on the end there, yeah, is 2 length. And I have to be careful because when inserting these brackets, because they have holes in the studs, we call those open studs, these pegs that sit between the studs on the plate, that can stick inside there. So now there's a half stud space or a 1.5, and what I need is a 2. So I have to be careful when I put these on where I'm putting them. I just basically have to pay attention to what I'm doing, which I should anyway, but sometimes I get in a hurry and then I make a mistake. Okay, so oh, that should go the other way, because I'm building left and right. So it's the opposite. Yeah, okay. Is that right? Yep, that's right. Okay. Yeah, this could have been designed better, but that's okay. There's the 1x10. Pop that on there, pop this on there. Grab another one of these. I guess I'll need oops. Two, yep. Okay, that's those 2 pieces. Now I need those on there. It's funny. I was talking with I think I was talking with Pasta Jensen some months ago. I mean, I've been designing this for almost a year now. And when I was first kind of embarking on this, I had this idea after talking with him, because he was talking about skiing up in the mountains, and it's something I've always wanted to do. Need to take the time to do it. But anyway, I originally was going to use some skis from some people watching this or later watching this might remember the old Technic skis, Technic figures. They're about yay long, and originally that's how long it needed to be, but then it grew to that long, and so I needed something that, yes, it curved out on the end, but it's flat on this end and it's a little longer, so I went with this, and it actually looks better. Alrighty. Okay. I gotta hide this here. Actually, wait a minute. That it's been so long since I have started this project that it's study the model, the CAD model, and putting a few more pieces on and just keep going like that. Let's do that. Oh, I ordered extras of those. Sweet. That's good. That's gonna come in handy when I build the next one. I'm not building two of these, but I'm gonna build a similar locomotive most likely, because I've had so much fun with this one. And I thought, well, I'm gonna build the bigger version. Maybe a BR. I think it's a 211 or 210 or something like that. Is its code. This is a DB 261. Okay, so we got a 1x6. Yep, cool. Is that on the wrong side? No, that's right. Okay. But is it? Ooh. No, it's right. Okay. So we got tiles. Where you at? Of course, if I don't get to all of this tonight, the rest of it tonight, I will have to clean all this back up. And that's okay. It's just part of the process. Okay. That's right. Okay. Goes on there. I'm realizing I'm building off camera, sorry. Let's see if I can angle this a little better. There we go. Yeah, that's probably a better angle. Okay. That's something's off. Is that a 1x8? Oh. Interesting. Wait a minute. What am I missing here? I put something on wrong. It's easy to do. That's the 1x10 side, yeah. 2 studs between, yeah. Overhangs towards that. Yeah, that's what I did. So what am I doing wrong? 4, 5, 6. Why is this not adding up? Yeah, I'm doing something wrong here. Okay. Oh. I forgot to add a bracket. That's why the spacing's off. Now it's right. Okay. It's going nuts for a minute. I forgot to count to 4. Alright, that's on there. Good and tight. It's funny how close good and tight in English is to Guten Tag, which is good afternoon in German. Guten Tag. I'm probably mispronouncing it slightly, but close enough. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's the blue there. I gotta plug in my phone real quick. That's not gonna be long enough. I'll just I'll do this. There we go. I don't need this out. So put it over here. I think it'll reach. Yeah, look at that. Cool. All right. Okay. So, as long as I don't snag that wire, we'll be fine. 1x6 tile, or is that 1x4 and 1x3? Yeah. I used to think 1x3 tiles were so fancy until I had to order a bunch of them. It's like, sweet. Now they're really handy. I don't know, they're kind of fancy. I'm used to everything being in even lengths, but not everything's in even lengths. How do I know the difference between the bricks and how to build it? I'm trying to understand your question. Okay. How do you know the difference between the bricks and how to build it? So if you're asking like, oh, how do I tell apart like a 1x4 tile to 1x3 tile? If that's what you're asking, I've been doing this a long time and I've made a lot of mistakes, and from that I've gained a lot of experience. Not to say mistakes are always a good thing, but sometimes they can teach you something. So in this case, I've been, I don't know, I think at this point I could probably stare it apart. Hopefully I'm answering the right question. I could probably stare it apart across the room and tell you if it was a Lego part or not, based on just the color. I've just been doing this too long. Hopefully that answers your question, but I don't know that it did. Or if you mean like from a design standpoint, so I do everything in the computer first. Well, not everything, but a lot of things I do in the computer first. And that helps because I can pan it around and look at it and see it. So, yeah. Let me know if that answers your question, Abby. I don't know if it did. If it didn't, I'll do my best to understand. Look at that. We got a runner board now. That's so pretty. So, and it's got the cutouts in it because this is going to be mounted around other parts. So, it has to fit between and around other parts. So, all right, so now, where did these go? Right here. I don't want to lose track of any parts because I will then be searching forever and nobody wants to watch that. Okay. And I'm going to see what is next as far as, oh, that's the wrong bag. Okay, so this goes in there as well. This is extra. I could just pop that on there for safekeeping. Do the same thing with this one. Okay. Yeah. So there's a lot to this build. If I were to, at this point, if I were to swap out one part for another type, say, it would change it and make it not work anymore. Although that's not always the case, that is the case most of the time. So now, okay, looks like need some 1x8 red plates. I can't remember if those are in here or what I did with those. Oh, those are 1x10 and 1x6. Okay, so I must have put those in a different bin and grab those real quick. Actually, do I need those right now? No, I can just build the rear. Yeah, I'll just build the rear for now. Okay. So what goes there? Okay. So we're gonna hide this guy. Hide the other stuff that should be with it, but isn't. Okay. I think now we're getting somewhere. Okay. So here we have, I'm gonna move the camera. Here we've got this. And what I've done is I've just used the hide feature. And I'm basically making things invisible so that I can view other things. Right. So now, looking at this, this is so complicated. All right. So I do need those now. All right, I'm gonna go fetch these parts right here, this 1x8 red plate. And then, yeah. Add some light to the room there so we can see. All right, where are we at? So I don't have the parts I thought I had. So this is a opportunity to show a technique. So in the build, I have two 1x8 plates stacked on top of each other. But I don't, looks like I misplaced the other plates. So I have 1x6 plates in this pretty blue color. And I'm gonna stack them staggered so that it looks like a stair step, basically, right? I'm gonna do the same thing twice. And then for filling in these gaps here, because they do have to be filled in, I've got these wonderful medium lavender is the color code on bricklink.com. These lovely little violet purple colored plates, pop those in there. It doesn't matter what color these are because they're not going to be seen. They're going to be completely hidden. I had them as red, which wait a minute, is that important? Nope. No, it's not visible. So it doesn't matter because they're going to be completely hidden away. Same with what I did over here. I used the lavender pieces. I just have a bunch of them, so I use them as filler plates. And I got them at the best show in Texas, Brick Rodeo. If y'all are in Texas and you haven't been to Brick Rodeo, I'm telling you, you gotta go. It's so much fun. Okay. So from there, where are we at? All right, so we're gonna stack. Oh, right. A couple of 2x4 blue plates here. One, two, jumpers. So these are actually called jumper tiles or jumper plates. I think they're called jumper plates. And the reason they're called jumper plates is because they've got a stud in the middle and they can jump the connection to a different, like, off stud middle connection, if that makes any sense. You can also, with the newer style, the old style had a different underside, but this new underside you can connect them in the middle. So just some fun little tricks. Oh, looks like I need 2 more. So 4. Seems I'm having trouble counting to 4 today. Tonight at least. Alright. I just keep forgetting there's 2 sides of this. That's all. Alright, so this is gonna go on. Alright. So those are on there like that. I put them on the blue side, not the purple side, because if I put them on the purple side, it could pull the piece off. And it's harder to pull this piece off because it's bigger, and think like laying bricks when you're building a house. You want to stagger them. It's stronger. Okay, so we've got this, and it goes here like that. Oop. Don't come apart now. Okay, so now we've got one there. There's another one. So now we're going to take this blue plate here, pop it on there, pop this on there. There we go. And I'm not worried about this little gap. I could fill this in with brackets, but in the end, it doesn't matter. Gaps are fine. If they add to your aesthetic a little bit, the way it looks, you know, sometimes it's a good thing. Okay, so moving forward here, I'm gonna hide a couple more objects here. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Okay. So beneath that, we've got, in the middle, 1x3 and a 1x2. So space of 2, 3, and then 2. Wait, space of 2. Yep. Okay. 3. Where did I put those 2 length? And then it needs to be wide. Oh, that's a different part. I hope I have those handy. Where would I put those? No, and no. I guess I can put it here. Maybe. Nope. Oh, man. Here we go again. Nope. Nothing there. Oh, it's a landscape. Because if not, I don't know where they are. Nope. Where would I have put those? This happens sometimes. I lose parts. Lose my mind occasionally. Because I had put those in a specific spot. Here's the thing, guys. If you're really clever about, like, if you think you're being clever about where you're putting something, you're probably wrong. In my experience, every person's experience is going to be a little bit different. But in my experience, whenever I'm thinking I'm clever in where I put stuff, I usually end up losing it. It's just the way it goes. There. around somewhere, but I don't know where. So hopefully the color doesn't matter. In that location, might not. There we go. Put those aside there. Okay. So, this next step. Looks like so underneath that. Oh, interesting. Okay, so 2x4. Oh, well, glad you could join. Sorry you have to go. But thanks for joining this far. It's gonna be available. I'll post this video later. So you can watch it later if you want. Let's see, got a 2x4 plate there. Yep, cool. Yep, awesome. So that goes on like that. That goes there. Yeah, I guess color doesn't matter. Right there. All right. That's a jumper, is it not? Yep. Sweet. I'm gonna start joining these two. Okay. I've got that one's open, I think. Oh, it's right up against it. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Oh. All right. So, got that. Here's a 1x5. At this stage, it's going to be a little flimsy, but it'll strengthen up later. So there you can see with the jumpers, I'm using 1x5 plate across here, and it connects in the middle. And that leaves an even stud spacing here, but allows me to connect something odd widthed, which is like this guy, on top of it. And yes, I just broke it, but it's easily fixable. All right, bye, Abby. Thanks for joining. All right, so we've got this so far. Now, oh yeah, huh? That goes. Ooh, interesting. So there's nothing underneath that. Okay. Okay, so that actually fits. Sweet. Awesome. So I can put that there. Oh yeah. I was worried when I was modeling this, I was worried that I wouldn't be able to put this plate, this 1x6 plate, right here. And it really strengthens up the build when you do. Wow, that like really strengthens it. Wow. So between those two plates, it's pretty sturdy. To see this in person, man, that's cool. I've been staring at it in the computer for so long. It's like I'm looking at a silhouette when I do that. And here I'm seeing the real thing. It's really exciting. Yeah, I was worried that this 1x6 plate wouldn't fit. And the reason is because originally I was going to use like a lever mechanism that slid back and forth, and none of that. Now it's just a screw and it attaches directly on there. So it'll attach somewhere like this, right? Down in there. You can kind of see, I'll piece this guy back together. I'm not going to connect them yet because we're not done. But you can kind of see how it's all going to go. Oh, that's pretty. You can kind of see how it's going to go together. And you see that, there's this odd width there. So there's you got the 5. So wish I could get this light a little further over, but that's all right. So anyway, so we're gonna put these aside again. Okay. So actually, I'm gonna put this over here, away from the water, because that is a motor. I don't want that getting wet if I spill some drops or whatever. Okay. Is that a 1x1? That is a 1x1 and then a 1x6. Okay. So now we're starting to build the mechanism that slides. There are these lovely little bricks. They're a 1x4 brick. It is a rail brick. And it's really a channel brick. It's basically C-channel, is what we call it in the industrial world, because it looks like the letter C. And this meshes perfectly with certain parts. I'll use a jumper for an example. So this is going to create a rail, a sliding mechanism. Put that there. We got 1x6. Yeah, no, 1x1. Okay, 1x1. Oh yeah, I've got those separated. Oh, get tired. All right. Maybe I have. Oh, they're over. They're over there. They're not in this bag. Well, anyway. Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we got these. 1x6 coming. Now the funny thing about these C-channels is they come in a variety of colors. From light bluish gray to black, white, red. But we don't have dark bluish gray, which is the newer shade of gray. We have the old shade of gray. So it does have a little bit of a weathery look to it, which is fine. On a train that's, you know, something that's an industrial model, a little wear and tear, some yellowing and grimy look is not a bad thing. Okay, so, how does this go? Oh, yeah. Okay, so that goes directly on top of there in the middle. Perfect. Oh. Show you the actual part that's going to go inside here. Oh, yeah. Just like that. Not quite that far. Gonna go about that far inside. Got poor lighting at the moment. Maybe I'll be able to fix that at some point. But, and then the coupler slides out to about there, and it can swing and couple to another train car, like this. Tink. Right? So, that's exciting. Okay. So that went on like that, okay. And then, oh. Do I have those out? Somewhere. I don't think it's time to do that. Okay, cool. Now somehow all of my light bluish gray 2x4 Technic plates walked away, so these are going to get replaced at some point with light bluish gray, because black just doesn't do it for me. Not when it's exposed on the deck. It needs to be that lighter color, but I'll deal with that for now. It's really little front there, isn't it? See? Okay, so this would be the same color as this. And it will be. Just gotta find the pieces. I'm hoping to get this done the next week or so, but I don't think that will be the case. I think the build will be done in the next week or so. I mean, if I don't finish it tonight, which at this rate, I probably won't. I'll get close though. Well, I definitely won't finish it tonight. There are a couple of things I have to do to it. One is add stickers, and I do have official Lego stickers. That'll be its own video. Doing the railing will be its own video, because there's some techniques I want to show in there. But I have to make sure I've got enough flex tube to do that, the outer cable material. Because if I don't, I need to order more, which would kind of stink, but you know, it is what it is. So anyway, yeah, that's looking pretty. So we've got that. Okay, does that go on top of, is that a 2x? Yeah, it's a 2 high. And that's a plate, and that's a plate. Okay. Yeah, they're separate. 1x4 plate. Plate. Oh, over here. Oh, right. Another part I didn't get out yet. Should be too far away. Oops. Bump on the table here. Okay, we got those. We got, they go on top of the brackets. Interesting. Why'd you do that, Gears? Because geometry, design, brilliance. Maybe not, but okay. No rock view. Hi, Andrew. Were you here for that? Okay. That's funny. Yeah, that's a reference to last night's stream. What was it, last night? Saturday morning stream. It feels like it was last night. Does that go? Oh. See, okay, these are some parts I got at Brick Rodeo. These are awesome parts. Your eyes are not tricked there. On top is a 2x2 corner plate. On the bottom is a 3x3 corner plate. Yeah. And I got a bag of them too. I was so happy when I saw those. I was like, I'm getting those. So that goes like that. I'm looking at the CAD model for those that haven't seen yet. I'm looking at the CAD model on my computer screen, which you can't see. At some point, I'm going to learn how to do a dual mode so you can see this and you can see the screen that I'm looking at. But we'll see. See how that goes. Okay, got another couple of corner plates here. Yeah, no rock view. I mean, it's nighttime. You can't see anything outside anyway. It's just a mirror. The window becomes a mirror. Okay, you got 1x6 plate. Plate. 1x1. Plate. Blay, such a fun blend between two words. Okay. Alright, so there's the base of the front of the locomotive. Ooh, now we're getting into some really tasty stuff here. Okay, I'm really excited about this. We got this guy. Does that go, wait, does that go there or does it go above? It goes above. So you got a 1x2. The rock thing was hilarious. For those that don't know, I had a rock within view that I couldn't see. I couldn't see, and I wasn't really paying attention. I was paying attention to what was on screen, but what I was doing on screen, what the model was doing on screen, and everybody was like, such a pretty rock. And I had no idea what they were talking about. What they were talking about was something they could see, which was a rock that was sitting in the front yard. And it is a pretty rock. It's a huge rock, like a boulder. But it became this inside joke almost that, like, that was the point of the live stream or whatever. It was to see the rock. And I think at this point, the rock has, whether I like to admit it or not, it's become sort of a meme. Somebody missed the live stream and posted in Discord and was like, "Oh, I missed it. What are some of the highlights?" And like everybody was just talking about The Rock and like sent screenshots and stuff. That's the wrong color. Sent screenshots and stuff. I'm like, oh great, hilarious. So it was a rock live stream. Yeah. Geometry, folks, not geology. Okay, so now it's starting to look like the front of a locomotive, man. Awesome. Yeah, I was trying not to say that ampersand. That's funny you say that. That's funny. It's become an icon. It's more famous than me. Sniffle. Got the 1x3 tiles. Where's that 1x3 tile? Uh-oh. Did I? Oh, there it is. This one came to me yellowed, so I'm going to use it for a little bit of weathering, I think. Do I want to do that? Yeah. I think I do. I can always swap it out later. I guess I'll put the clean one on there, and then I will put the dirty on there later. Glad you could join in, Ampersand. I just realized I've been shaking the table with my foot. Hopefully, that's not a bad thing. How was the live stream? It was a blur. I don't remember. Something about a rock. Okay, it's eventually going to go on there like that, but... Okay, which piece is that? That's a 1x1. That is a 1x1. Okay, yeah. I'm a little bit concerned about this whole thing in the front here, because it has to, let me point the camera down a little bit. This front piece, like, things float. Lots of things float. You'll see as I go forward with it. I'm a little bit nervous because the buffers are going to attach to all this. And it's sturdy at the top and the bottom, but the middle... Imagine a Jenga tower that's really sturdy at the bottom and at the top, but not the middle. And that's the only place you can go to pull a brick. But in this case, we're going to be pushing against it with a buffer. That's fine. You'll be fine. Is that what I think it is? Yes, it is. Okay. Right on. Okay. Now we add the bracket for the buffer. Is it the same height? That is the same height. Interesting. Might be a good thing to go ahead and add this while it's not, while I can reach into it. Ooh, that can twist. That's not good. It'll be fine, Gears. It'll be fine. Stop fretting over it. Don't fret. It'll be fine. Okay, so there are the steps right there. So, and this bracket, this gray bracket, only connects to the tile there. Now, onto this bracket will be the headlight, which I will add in a little bit. So first I'm going to build out the other side. Whoop. Actually, the reason I'm so particular about these things with making sure all the plates are square and straight and lined up is because, well, in this case, if something's bulging and pushing on another part, it can fall apart. And that's not a good thing. So, I gotta be really careful. Okay, so that goes another one of these. And then the bracket. Yep. It's pretty straight. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so there's the front there. There's the front base plate, if you will. Oh, Ampersand says he's glad to be here. I missed most of the other streams, sadly. Yeah, it's okay. It was 4.5 hours long. I almost, at some point I was like, this is too long, I need to go. But I'm going to do, when all said and done, I'm gonna probably take, I don't think I can take snippets of the live video. I'm gonna have to do some research on that because I'd like to, but I don't think I can, which is kind of a shame. But I will be doing like a shorter, like 10-minute recap kind of a thing after this whole thing is done, so that if people don't want to watch the live stream, if they want to, they can, but if they don't want to, they have the shorter version. Instead of 10 hours of footage, they could just watch it in 10 minutes. So you could watch that, or you could watch the live stream. It's on there still. Whatever you want to do. Wait, do I want to attach this yet? I don't know. No, not yet. Because, oh, yeah, I don't think I ordered those. Do I want to put that on last? Yeah, I do. Alright, I'll put that on last. Probably not even today. Okay. Just behind those C-channel bricks, underneath the plates goes those. These, two of these. So I needed to make the C-channel 5 studs long, so I just created a gap so it would fit more easily. So the rail can still slide over top, or I guess underneath, because this is upside down, underneath that bracket. Shouldn't have a problem. Might be the difference between a tile and a height that might catch it, but it should be okay. And then there will be a wall here, so it'll keep it from moving. So from there, ooh, sweet. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Some of this stuff I'm gonna take this guy. Move that. Oh, go this way. Why am I ignoring the brick separator that I just set down? Who else does that? They use the brick separator for what it's intended for, and then they set it down and they try to use their nails or their teeth or a crowbar or anything else. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. There's no reason for it. We have tools provided us. We should use them. I'm preaching to the choir. It's fine. Okay, I think that just goes on like that. Let's see. You got this guy and that guy. Yeah. Oh, sweet. Hold it so it's oriented with the same with this one. Okay. So interesting. But what about those? Is that just floating? That doesn't seem right. Okay. Yeah, it's just floating. Nah, that's not right. Nah, I'm gonna change that. Some of these things I'm like, what did I do that for? So I changing it on the fly, just fine. I'm allowed to do that. I am perfectly allowed to do that. Oops. Okay. So now I just have to take this and put it on there without messing up. Is that even gonna go on there properly? Whoa! That wire just likes to catch stuff and throw it everywhere. But I mean, is it gonna be? Is that sitting? Is that supposed to sit? Oh, that does sit just floating. Oh, ooh. Hope it works. Oh, okay. I know what I should do. And you use two 1x2 plates instead of 1x1s so that it bridges the gap between this motor and this bracket design. I'll make sure I'm doing this right because it doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like it's right. Something seems off. Like I should have more height. Cause that. That's supposed to fit, but it doesn't. 1, 2, whoa, wait. Bricks, 1, 2, and then, oh, I see what I did wrong. I see what I did wrong. Yep, I know exactly what I did wrong. Yep, there's definitely supposed to be more height. Does it go, where does it go? It goes right up against it, doesn't it? Yep. Yep, it does. Okay. Alright, well, it's a good thing I went with the power functions one. I guess I could have put the wire on this side. Yeah. I see. Okay, so I'm not using 1x2s there. I'm gonna just let them float, I guess, because that was the design, and that seemed okay, I guess. I guess it's okay. I hope so. This is not nerve-wracking at all. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. Oh, so I can press hard on that. That's good. Yeah, something went awry there. Oh, it just popped off the side there. Okay. So, so there we go. There's part of the chassis. On to the next phase. Still have a bunch to do over here. Okay, so this just goes on like this, I think. Yep. Should anyway. Why aren't you clicking into place? What are you caught on? Sometimes just massaging the build into place is better than trying to force something. Because your hand could slip or a part could fly off and you don't want that. That little part is okay. But if something that goes between two things had slipped out, that would not be okay. Okay. Oh, that is much more fragile than I was hoping. Well, hopefully it stays together when I install the rear. But yeah, so there's part of it. Now I gotta get the headlights done. Ooh, that's interesting. Now it's front heavy, so it doesn't want to sit properly. It wants to sit on the non-flanged blind drivers. Okay. We call them blind drivers because they're wheels that don't have a flange. They're blind. So they're missing this. They're missing that edge there, so they don't catch the rail. The advantage is, at least in model railroading, when you are turning on a very tight radius, the rail could slip past this wheel one way or the other, and you don't want it catching the rail and it riding up on that rail and derailing. Because a derailed train is bad. It's not going to go anywhere for very long. And when it does, it usually doesn't go where you want it to go. So now the rear. I have 30 minutes before I have to end this and go. Well, no, Andrew, they can't see. That's very true. I see the dad jokes have begun. Dad jokes are welcome. I say that now, and I'm like, I've just invited tyranny into my, well, not really, but you know, tears into my space. Groaning. Let the groaning commence. Commence? English is hard. Yeah. Okay, I gotta find a way to keep that down, but for now I'm just gonna just set it here. Be fine. Alright. Go ahead and add there the headlights, which become taillights when the train reverses direction, which is kind of fun. Is it white? Yeah, it's white. Yeah, for those. Okay. And for the bigger engines, when I start doing larger ones, I have ideas for how to do the headlights, but for now, these are open studs that have been flipped backwards on a 1x round modified tile with bar, which I just really like to call inkwell tiles. So it's one of those and one of these 1x1 round plates in transparent clear with an open stud. So it's got a hole all the way through it. Flip it upside down. Pop it on. So there's the hi Brennan, awesome. Finally made, Brennan Huff says, finally made it. You do know that buying and building a 7760 is much faster. Winky face. Yeah, it is. But is it more fun? I don't know, maybe it is. No, I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. Yeah, okay. I don't know how many people know this, but the reason that I chose to build this is because it reminded me of the 7760, and also this is Lego set number 7760, which was a 12 volt era set, only came out in Europe. It was not released here in the United States, so it's very hard to get one. Very expensive, at least as far as, like, when I buy sets, I don't pay a lot of money for sets when I buy them. I buy them on sale or whatever, or when they're going on clearance, if ever. And yeah, even used sets, I'm like, wow. Then again, I bought a third Emerald Knight one time, so who knows? But my thought was, well, I could do that, or I could build one that's compatible with two things. One is the standard RC and 9-volt track, and the second thing is so that I could add this function where the couplings go in and out of the train. You can't do that in 7760. So I decided to design my own version of a different train, and I actually asked somebody, or a group of somebodies, I asked a group of people, I was like, okay, what train in real life do you think 7760 was based on? Because that's the one I want to build, I think. And one person came back. I think it was Ampersand. I think it was. And was like, well, there's this one, and it was this DB, and I was like, ooh, I love it. It doesn't matter if it's not. This is the one I'm building. So that's kind of how that started. But it started long before that when I was trying to figure out how to get a 12-volt train in here. And I will one day, but not now. Not yet. Who knows? Maybe out there's a group of mischievous persons that are deviously plotting to buy me a 12-volt train set. That would be sweet. That's an inside joke for a few people. And we'll just get Pasta Jensen some ski wax. He'll appreciate that, right? Right? Do you wax skis? I think you do. I know you wax the boards. Maybe I'm dreaming. Maybe you don't do that. I don't know. I don't ski. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it would be faster. But I don't know. I've had so much fun the last several months on this. So, okay. Where's the bag of... Oh, I put them all together. No, that was silly. No, I guess they all fit now. Kind of. Alright. Just trying to clean up my workspace so that I can see where the parts are. I'm not really finishing yet. Not ending yet, but just want to really see where I'm at. Okay, so there's jumpers. There's the 1x2 plates that have all gone away. Okay. All right, so the next phase is to build the rear. And the rear is slightly different. It has a bigger, lower platform than the front. So here we have this skinny little thing, and that's what you walk on. And then in the rear, we have actually two sets of steps on each side. So we have one up this way, and then one up the other side of the walkway. And the walkway is a little bit deeper. It's not necessarily wider. It doesn't bring the train out wider. It just simply cuts in deeper into the locomotive. So, so there was room to do steps. And this one's gonna be interesting. Don't think I'm gonna finish the rear tonight during this stream, but we'll see. We shall see. Okay, so, oh yeah, I kind of forgot how I had done this. All right, so we got a 1x6, similar mechanism. It's a 1x6 with those brackets that I just put away for some reason. Nah, it's all gone. Well, time to get them all out again. It's all right. I'll just keep them out for now. Okay. These are such cool pieces. These are 1x3 round plates. So cool. Got holes all the way through them. all the things you can do with them. I've seen people use them on brickwork and rock work. Some really neat stuff, neat techniques you can use. I'm gonna need 2 of them. I think I bought 5. Yeah, I did. I bought 3 extras thinking I might use them in a different place. Oh no, I think I do use one in a different place. So I guess that'll come later. Yeah, I'll worry about that later. 1x6 plates. Dark bluish gray. Also known as dark stone gray. Okay. Where are those bricks? Here, they're hiding. 2 more channel bricks. Another 1x6 plate. Oh, right. Oh. I forgot about that. I'll have to install that later. But there's supposed to be a 2x4 tile that goes inside that channel, and likewise on the other side. Makes it stronger and more reliable as the thing's sliding back and forth. But I'll deal with it not being there for now. Now the color does matter. So I can't find my 2x2 corner plates in white, only light bluish gray. So I'll and I need to use the last ones in gray for a different part of the construction. So this is gonna be interesting. And I need 4 of them. Do I have? Okay, so I do have 4. So 2 of them don't matter in color. 2 of these have to be gray, and they go at the top. So those are going to be used. 2 of these are going to be used. These are 4x4 corner plates in white. Yeah. Okay. Okie dokie. Hide those so I can see what I'm doing here. Oh, so that goes under. Oh, is that a? Yep, that is a 2x2 corner plate in white. Oh, and that one does have to be white. Well, this just got interesting. Can it be gray? Nope. It cannot. I don't think. Let's see. Try it out. It's not ideal. What? We'll see how it looks in person. It might work. Maybe. Okay. Okay. So we'll just go with it. There's a 1x1 stand. Where did that bag go? No, it wasn't those. It was the other there. Okay. Those. Okay. So this guy. reading the comments and I'm trying to make sense of what he is saying. I guess it's a joke. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I think Ampersand did send me the photo initially. Yeah, you did, because we talked about it afterwards. And then he says, I think it was me, yep. And he says, it makes me really happy that all the 12-volt era trains are based on real stuff. Even the limited part and color selection they did, even with the limited part and color selection, they did such a good job representing them. I agree. They did really well. I think, honestly, I think the 12-volt era, as far as Lego train sets go, was my favorite. Or is, I should say, is my favorite, because I didn't live during that time. I'm the youngster in the room. But, I mean, for those of you who are young and watching later, 12-volt sets came out in, was it the 80s? I think it was the 1980s. Brennan Huff says, it's a shame it's such a big hassle to get 12-volt in the US. Yep. It's so much fun to have these old trains running, and the remote switches, signals, and decouplers are such a great way, or great and easy integration. Yeah, I agree. And Ampersand replied, "Is yeah, such a cool system." I agree with those sentiments. Yeah, it is difficult to get them, and okay. I probably spent just as much on this as I would have on a decent quality 7760. So at some point, knowing that, I might go ahead and pick one up. I don't know, but then I'd have to get 12-volt, and then then I'd have to start collecting 12-volt trains. Just like, I have to. Kids, you don't have to collect anything, but it is fun. Not just collect, but to build them and play with them, and it's a lot of fun. I recently, I don't think I posted this yet, so this would be a first mention of it on the channel. I recently bought a bunch of 9-volt track and parts. 2 9-volt motors, 3 or 4, can't remember exactly. I mean, I think it was 3. Yeah, it was like 2, 3, and 4. So it was. Is that right? Or 2. Yeah, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I think it was 3 speed regulators with 3 transformers, 2 9-volt motors, and then like 4 train coupling pieces or whatever. And so now I've got 5 of those power to track deal, and then some 9-volt track, and I'm really looking forward to copper plating or taping my RC track to convert to 9-volt. There's a reason that I'm going to be converting everything to 9-volt. One is batteries are expensive, and there's no reason to be going through so many batteries. Let's see. Gears and Bricks and 9-volt. Yeah, I'll keep my original name. Thanks, though. That's the bracket, I think. I'm trying to make sense of what I did here. Is that a 1x1, 1x6? And then that's the, oh, okay. I know what I did. I see what I did. Nope, wait, nope. That's a bracket. Okay, and then a 1x2. Yep. And then this 1x1 plate. And then another 1x2. No. Okay, what is this? Oh, that's that 1x6. Oh. That's a lot sturdier than I thought it might be. That's kind of nice, actually. Sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some, well, not have to, but I want to get 12 volt too. I want to convert so that there's 9 volt and 12 volt running in tandem on the same line, and have some dedicated 12 volt and then some dedicated 9 volt. I want to do narrow gauge as well. I want to experiment with that where the wheels are closer together. So it's 4 wide instead of 6 wide rails. What was I doing? So I'm filming with my phone. Just a heads up. I'm filming with my phone. I have an alarm set for 9 p.m. that I forgot to turn off. Hopefully it doesn't interrupt the stream. I hope the phone's smart enough to go, oh, no, he's filming. We need to just, but it never is. So we'll see what happens. So if this suddenly ends, that's why. That'll be why. Is that like, oh, that was clever. Okay. So apparently I know what I'm doing, or I knew what I was doing, and I'm rediscovering and I'm going, oh, that was smart. Kind of funny. Oop, oop, oop. That's not good. Ah, why you be so difficult? There, I think that's good. Okay, and I don't have the tube for the other buffer, the fourth one, so we're just gonna wait on that one. I have it, I just don't want to go dig it out right now. Okay, so from here I've got, okay, I'm gonna assemble that as a sub-assembly here. Tiles. That one's kind of yellow too. Interesting. Not much though. Maybe that was the yellow one. That was the yellow one. Okay. So that goes on like that and there. Such a fun way to do headlights. Oh. So we get those two. We've got, this goes underneath like this. So, okay, I'll just show you what I did. We get this, right? We got a spacing of a brick, basically. And we got a spacing of 4 plates, 3 plates. You stick it on there, you connect it on the bottom, and suddenly the bracket becomes part of the steps. So from there, let's go, I can either go up or down. Go up and over, I guess. That one's, oh, that's the corner plate. Okay. Oh, because it goes around it. Yeah. Okay. I can take the last 2 of these corner plates, snap them on like so. Actually, I might like it better in gray. That might work better. I really went back and forth about which parts should be gray, which should be white, changing out which parts to use so that like just one little edge and every little contour was exactly the right color. So I really like played with it a lot and made sure that it was right, because that's important to me, to have that be. I want this to be the most accurate representation of this train ever, or at least as best as I can do. It might not be the best version ever, and I'm okay with that, but I want to get as good as I can. So there's that one, and this one goes on like that. The reason I'm using, I used a 1x3 here because I needed a 1x3, and I'm using the one with round edges because I need it to have holes in it, because mounted on the end here will be a 1x5 plate. And back in the beginning of the stream, I mentioned the need for sometimes straddling or connecting, like with hollow studs, connecting the tube of a plate into the stud of the hollow stud of another part. And that's what we're about to do. Okay, you see this? I got the tubes in the bottom there, and it's gonna go centered right there. So there's that. And if I'm correct, oh no, wait, oh, because that's the 1x6, this is the 1x4. Gotcha. Well, I'm gonna wrap up a couple more placement of parts. Thank you for, and I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate you guys hanging out. It's been fun to show some of this stuff off and get to share some building techniques and really see this thing come to life in each stage. It's been a lot of fun. Let's keep doing this. I think won't be able to do another stream for the next few days, but I'll keep you guys posted. I'll try to give some heads up as far as when I'm going to stream, and then we'll I'll post the link on the community tab and on different Discords to see if the most people can join, give the most people a chance to join. So thank you guys for watching. Please consider subscribing so you don't miss out on the next live stream as we continue building this together. I feel like I'm building this with you because you guys share techniques sometimes, and it's really helpful, and solve problems together, and just get to hang out. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and go, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night. How do I stop this thing?